Oh yeah, just girls. Where are we going, Mango? Where are we going? We're on our way to it's Isla Coronados. We just came from Isla San Carmen. This fire is cool because this is the Loreto Channel, and we read that there's some seamounts here where they come up to about 10 feet. So we really want to make sure that we don't go over those like we did the wreck. And we're excited about going to this island because it's probably going to be the most north that we're going to head in the Sea of Cortez before turning back to La Paz. And there's supposed to be a really cool volcano hike here. Pretty stoked.
Isla Coronado.
What are you most excited about Isla Coronado, Todd?
Volcanoes.
Volcanoes? Sam's putting the space up right now. Gonna get us some more speed. What are we going over here right now? What? We're going a little over 2 knots right now? Yeah, a little over 2, so not that fast. Had a little sourdough accident because we saw a whale. And Mango was a victim. Oh, Mango, did you get some star air flowers? Oh, you're good. Mango, you're so good. You're a good girl. Poor pup.
Cost fresh bread.
Isla Coronado is an uninhabited 7-kilometer-long island. It has an arid climate with little vegetation and a volcano at its most northern end, coming up to 1,414 feet. The date of its last eruption is unknown, but gas and steam activity were last recorded in 1539.
Check this out.
In 1940, marine biologist Ed Ricketts and author John Steinbeck, with a shared interest in marine biology, set out on an expedition and collecting trip in the Sea of Cortez, one of their stops being Isla Coronado. Their book, Sea of Cortez, a leisurely journal of travel and research, was published shortly after their return and considered a travel log and biological record, intermingled with their philosophies on life.
I believe we've just found a dolphin that potentially rib on the beach. I believe it's a rib. My anthropological training.
You can see a specimen or a few out there. It's so nice.
After commenting on the uninhabitable nature of Isla Coronado, they begin to discuss a riddle they had discovered in their readings and were now beginning to see firsthand. The riddle is something like this. From the most southern tip of the Baja Peninsula to around La Paz, one can find warm water fauna. North of La Paz, they can find cold water fauna. And as they stated in their book, these animals are apparently trapped in a blind alley with no members of their own kind to the south of them.
We think we might have found a crater, perhaps from an impact of a large piece of black rock. I'm gonna climb down in.
The cold water fauna are unable to live in the warm waters of the south and are just like the fauna found directly to the west on the Pacific side of the Baja Peninsula. However, there is 3,000 feet in altitude dividing the two bodies of water. So, how did they get there? Simply put, a hypothesis is, as isotherms moved north, cold water animals moved with it and were no longer able to inhabit the now warmer waters in the southern regions, including the entrance to the Sea of Cortez.
So we're going in between these two islands here. Isla San Carmen on the left, Isla Danzante on the right.
I think we found one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Sailing through the Sea of Cortez.
Is that a reality check?
Action. Well, here we are under sail, a beautiful day again. And we're sailing from Isla Coronado, it's way back behind us there. The beautiful volcano you can see, hopefully. And then we're sailing down through the Lorento Channel here. We're gonna end up somewhere by Agua Verde where we've heard there's hot springs.
Hot springs.
Hot springs.
To the hot springs. We found the hot springs.
And they're bubbling.
I couldn't think of what to put it on. So I was like, whatever, I'll just have a spoonful. And then it was so good that I think I had 4 or 5 spoonfuls. Oh man, I couldn't hear it.
Just want to show you Sam setting up the whisker pole. Mango's chilling as best she can.
Yeah? What? Yeah? Like the end of the pole? Yeah. I think so, right? I think so. I guess I have to see it out to really know, but I'm gonna let it out. You guys wanna dig her in? Yeah. Yeah, what the, yeah. Okay. Wow, way better control. There we go. Hold it. Yeah. Hold it.
Catherine and Mango just hanging out en route to the next anchorage. Oh yeah, it's a little bit rocky. Oh man, it's a little bit rolly.
We got 17 knots. Let's do it. Let her on out. Maybe a little more. What? Come here. Come look at this roller furler.
Uh-oh. Rotating further. What was wrong, Sam?
So the furling line wasn't furled up tight enough, so it got large enough to grab the outer drum.
Okay.
And then instead of furling inside the drum on the spool, the furling line just like winds around the lower part of the stay toggle.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is loosen the sail, and Tucker's going to try to manually furl it in. Tucker, I'm going to loosen the sail, okay? I'm going to loosen the sail. Do you think it's going to work?
Question mark.